Hello, everyone. I'm Mark,
I'm Rob.
and welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. Live shows every Monday, except for major holidays, Eastern Time, 7 to 8. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's free. No credit card, I swear to God. Just push that button,
Yeah.
hit the notification bell so you get our next videos. Try to put one out every day for you, sometimes two. And also, hey, make some intelligent, non insulting comments and share it with your family and friends. But today we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark in general. No race stuff, not about last night's game. We have a video about last night's game. This is today's Saturday, and her game was Friday night. So, Rob, how did you first hear about Caitlin Clark, and tell me what attracted to you to her game?
Well, I watch all college basketball, women's and men's. So what attracted me is when I started hearing about her. And so I started watching her. Like most people now, I wanted to see what she was about. So I'm like, oh wow! And I watched some of her games. I'm going, wow, this she can really play. She's got a nice game. She can shoot, and again, her passing was phenomenal. So I was like, well, she's going to be kind of like when I saw Larry Bird come into the league. I was like, wow, she's really good. She's very she's a very overall. I mean, I thought overall she was a good ball player. I mean, going to be a great ball player.
Right.
So that's what attracted me to her. Like she's fun to watch.
Yeah, and maybe I should have said this before I asked you that question. The reason I'm making this video is because last night's game, she had 30 points and she hit like 7 for 12 threes and a bunch of logo threes and some great passes as usual. Uh, reminded everybody why might be the face of the league, she is the face of the league. She's not the best player, we get that, but she is the face of the league, and why she's gets all the publicity that she gets because of the excitement that she generates when she plays. And it just reminded me of like that's what we need to think about and concentrate, and not we shouldn't have to concentrate on all this other crap that's been going on with the refs and the
Mm-hmm.
leagues and the bullying and everything, all to do with everything and hate, everything going on. Remind me of why is the joy watching her play. She loves to play basketball and she plays it with a joy. I first heard about it when she was a freshman, and I don't even follow women's college basketball very much at all. I get involved when some great player comes along, or Tennessee and Connecticut were playing, and I'd watch those games and stuff like that. And I always find those games interesting. And great player Brittany Griner, I heard about her, I watched her and stuff like that. Candace Parker, and I some commentator, I forget which one, said the most exciting freshman in women's college basketball is Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
She can shoot. She has unbelievable range. She's very exciting, and I don't know if she mentioned her passing or not. But I said, all right, well, I'll check her out. If this woman who watches a lot of women's basketball is exciting, I'll take her. I watched her and I said, oh my God, who
Right.
is this woman? I couldn't believe how exciting she was.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just she. There's more athletic women that play that are better to watch in terms of pure athletic ability. She doesn't have the Michael Jordan like the men does, and she's not even as pleasing looking to watch athletically as someone like Juju Watkins or something like that, or any other woman that you want to choose in the WNBA. I know she's not in the WNBA, but any woman that you think is a smooth player. But she is athletic, and she's fast for college. But the
Right.
thing that drove me was it was those local streets were great to watch, but it was her energy on the court, and how she was so competitive and to had
Right.
such an influence on the game. It reminded me last night. It's like that's why I watch Caitlin Clark.
Right. I mean, her enthusiasm. I mean that's part of the reason why she's selling out arenas. It's her enthusiasm. Yeah, granted, she can hit those logo threes, but her overall love and passion for the game, and then you see it live, it really does. I mean, you can't. You're like, wow, that's a big attraction. If you're a basketball lover like I am, I mean, it just attracts you right to watching her.
And
It's just,
they played upbeat basketball, Iowa, when she was there. It was like, people are old enough to remember the Lakers Showtime. That's what they like to do, and I found that exciting. But I also found out that she had two exciting parts to her game, and it's what it reminded me. Reminded me of, obviously, comparison to Steph Curry, but then she had passes that were exciting that Steph Curry doesn't have. He's a good passer. He's a very good passer, but his passes aren't as exciting as Caitlin Clark's passing is. I mean, she shoots like him, and she has the same distance as him. So I find that exciting. I remember when Steph Curry started dominating the league the 2 years in a row he got MVP. I was like, I stopped watching as much less LeBron James and more Steph Curry because I found that interesting. It was a nice change of pace. So that was one thing that this is the people that are jealous of her don't realize is that's part of the appeal that they're underrating in terms of why she gets so much publicity. It's not just because everybody thinks she's the greatest player of all time. That's not the only reason she's watching her. And I know that's what people think. Well, she gets all this attention because they think she's the greatest player of all time. No, I mean, some people think that, fine. But the reason is the excitement of watching her play. And if you watch those games last night, those were difficult threes that she was hitting. Those weren't easy threes. She wasn't wide open for him. She was just dropping bombs. And I think that's really important to realize is those aren't easy plays. And the players around her were there, and she got involved the whole team when she gets the ball. She gets the ball and she wants to make her teammates better because she's such a great passer. And I like that about her game. It's fascinating to watch. I'm sorry, Rob.
Well, it's not just us. Like I said, as fans, you're watching it. Players in the league are recognizing that. Players in the league are saying how phenomenal, how great it is that she's in the league. So it's overall. I mean, people just she's bringing in all everybody. It's like must see TV type thing. So
right, and it's funny that there's Jordan rules that came around. Some of them was how to defend against him, but some of them were like to actually physically abuse him when he drove to the basket, especially someone like Bill Laimbeer. Well, that didn't take place until like his fourth year in the league. And like that's when the Jordan rules started coming up. But with Caitlin Clark, it came up in preseason, and especially in game one of her career. So I find it interesting that she's this overrated, lousy player, but yet they have Caitlin Clark rules from day one, which they didn't even have for Michael Jordan.
Right, exactly.
And by the way, there's this video going around that shows Caitlin Clark being physical, and they're saying cheap plays. So like I just said, I've been watching her for 4 years. And I'm not saying she's not physical, and I'm not saying she's not a bit of a showboat and she's a trash talker or anything, because she does all that. But I've never seen her do a dirty play where the other player didn't start the play first. So this video is edited where they just basically show Caitlin Clark, and it's like retaliation type of thing. And there's one where they're lined up on an inbounds ball, and she goes like this, and if you just look at it, it looks like she just went like this and punched the girl. But that's not what happened. Punched the woman. She was in college, but still a woman. The woman's teammate was trying to go into line, and she put her arm in between the two players, and Clark put her arm over and tried to prevent her. And then the other player went like this and pushed Clark's arm up, and you could see she was like surprised she hit her. And you can see the refs talking over there, and there's no monitor. They don't show they went into a monitor and looked at it. And Coach Bluter's saying, "Look, her arm got knocked up like this." All the people think that she just punched her in the face. That's not what happened, as far as I can tell, because there's no second angle to it. But you can kind of see, you can see the arm, you can see what happened, you can see the explanation. That's what was told later on what happened. And I was telling this one person that they called me you must be a Trump fan or something. I go, what are you talking about? I said, I'm just telling you what I've seen and what's on there. I said, you're the one that. She goes, oh, the three refs that saw the replay were wrong. I go, show me the video that shows that they went to a monitor, because they don't always have a monitor on all these college games. So they don't know. And I go, she couldn't show it to me. I go, so you just made that up? I said, just show it to me. She goes, you get your own research. I said, I looked, I couldn't find it. But there's all these chops. And I'm telling you that if you see her like pushing the person's elbow and something like that, all the time, every time I see it, they go, oh, let's see what happened before that. And the person elbowed her underneath before that. She's not a dirty player. I'm telling you, she's physical. And if someone does something to her physically, she does it right back. She'll push them in the next play. But it's always like, sometimes it's not, you can't tell that she just did it then because it was the play before.
Right. It's not like it's a blatant, like she's out now doing it. I mean, it's a common, like we said, now those are basketball plays. If you're going through playing defense and someone's setting a screen on you, you're not going to bump into the person. You're going to give them a little shove, whatever. But it's not like malicious. It's just, I'm trying to get through here. If you're making a trip to the basket, and the person's grabbing you, you usually slap their hand off them. I mean, I remember when they used to have that rule with the hand check, which drove me nuts. I would slap the guy's hand away. If he was hand checking me, I'd slap his hand away. I'm like, get off me.
Yeah, I mean, she does that. The hand check's illegal, by the way. So you see people hand checking her all the time, and she's hitting her hand away. It's perfectly, it's illegal. So that's why they don't call foul when she slaps someone, because it's not legal for them to do that.
Right.
And the plays that, like, she might drive to the basket and put her arm up. Like, everybody does that, driving to the basket. I've just never seen her do a dirty play where the other person didn't start it first, ever. So I haven't even watched this video thing. I've heard about it, and I'm not going to watch 30 minutes of edited where they just show her reaction to someone else doing something to her best, because I've watched her for 4 years. I've never seen her instigate any kind of play that's a little bit over the line, like the push, the shove, the elbow. A player did something to her first every time that I've seen it. And I've seen almost 100 games of her. So that's all I have to say. The haters love it, because if it was edited properly, they'd show the 5 minutes before that or the 2 minutes before that. And they don't, because I heard it's just like splicing, her doing this and doing. I'm giving an example. Was people started claiming that Kennedy, she did this because Clark elbowed her in the head, and she didn't. First of all, she didn't elbow her in the head. She elbowed her in the chest and may have touched her neck, and that was because Kennedy was pushing up against her in the back and hooking her, which is a foul, by the way, that wasn't called. Right. And then she did what every basketball player does: she put her arm back to get her arm loose. So stop it. There was nothing wrong with that play. Everyone does it. Rob must have done it 100 times in his career.
Well, at least 100.
And Rob probably would have done it harder because he was bigger than Caitlin Clark.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I doubt it, Rob. I have a feeling you were pretty physical. That's why defense was your specialty.
Yeah.
But Rob could dunk too. 6'2", and he could dunk. Right, Rob?
Yes, I could. Yes.
So anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not saying she's perfect. I'm just saying I never seen her do dirty where the other person didn't start it first, or I never even saw her get really physical unless the other person started it. So, but the haters are going to like that video. But I'm telling you, I really highly doubt that any of it was because she instigated.
But going back to the attraction of what brought us, or even people that are bringing people to watch her, is because of her style of play. Like I said, it's not flashy. It's not, but she.
Well, I think it's flashy. I don't think she's super athletic, but I think it's flashy.
No, but I think it's more of it shows that she's very athletic to me. I'm like, she's not flashy, but she's athletic, and she can, like you said, get a shot off when she wants. If she can't even with the person in her face, she can get the shot off, and then she can, move, shoot it very quickly, and then her overall game, passing, her eyes are up when she gets the rebound. Her eyes are up so she can do the outlet. So yeah, I mean. That's and like I said, overall, she's entertaining to watch. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch her.
Yeah, it's that ultra competitive. She's clutch too. She's hit 2 hitting game-winning shots already. Which is you don't get very many opportunities to do that. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but she hit both times she tried. She hit it.
And last night they put her in. They took her out, then they put her in, and then she got fouled and hit some key free throws to win the game. She missed the last one.
That's not an exciting part to her game, but the other thing is she's a great free throw shooter. I think in college she was 85 point something, like almost 86%, and now she's at like 89%. She hit 3 out of 4, but she didn't hit all 4. But Aaliyah Boston missed both shots.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
So that was unfortunate, but they still won the game, so that was good. But there's all these stats about she's the first time to do this, first time to do that. I don't know. Those are kind of meaningless. Oh, by the way, I do have a question, Rob, which I forgot to ask. She was 6th best rookie before this game. I want to know, did she at least go up to 5 after this game? The 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 4 steals.
I don't know. That's the ESPN person, so I don't know. Maybe he might have 5.5.
She's not at 5 yet. We got to wait until she has like 8 more of these games before she does that.
Yeah, it'd be 5.5. So.
All right. Well, anyways, that's what I wanted to say about that. If you're a hater, like I said, you're missing out. That's all I'm saying, because she's exciting to watch. And I hope we get more of this. And I hope she plays better. And I hope the team plays better. And I hope they win. And it'll be exciting to see it. And there is rumors that she didn't make the Olympic team. And I will address that. If it's officially she doesn't make the Olympic team, I will address that. Because I don't think Diana Taurasi belongs in the Olympic team. And we'll go over her stats. And
we'll do that another time. Yeah,
another time. But officially, she's not necessarily off the team. It's just sources say. They're usually right, unfortunately. But I'm going to do a video on that as soon as there's an announcement, because someone did ask me to do a video on that. So I wanted to let you know I will do a video on that if there's an announcement, whether she's on the team or not on the team. I think she should be on the team, and Diana Taurasi should not be on the team. So I'll just say that right now.
I think so too. Not just because of all the notoriety she's getting.
Right. Don Tarasi is way past her peak. Anyway,
All right.
I'll cover that in the video if it comes up. And we'll go over the stats and everything like that. And we'll see. I mean, why do they have to make a decision now? It's because they're not even going to have another camp, so they don't. There's no hurry to make a decision. So
Right.
we'll see what happens. But that's the news that's supposedly coming out, and I just wanted to address that. So Monday we'll have a live show, and we'll go over. We can talk about the NBA game on Monday because they're going to play Sunday night. So we'll have a video on Monday morning, and then we'll have a live show on Monday night. You can call and we can talk about basketball. Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about
Right.
Stark has another game between now and then, so it's Eastern time, 7 to 8, and I'll give you a phone number to call in underneath, and you can call in and feel free to join us. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We need subscribers. Hit that notification bell and like the videos and all that good stuff. And intelligent, non-insulting comments are the ones we like best. Right, Rob?
Right. That's what
All
we're
right.
gonna do. Peace out.
Peace out.